Hi, we at Saleor would like to know your opinion, maybe your ideas around a certain concept we are working on. It's called commerce as code. So in the next couple of minutes, I'll show you the theory, but also like a glimpse into the practical part of how commerce as code is supposed to work. So let's consider a typical Saleor instance that produces a certain configuration. So it does it through some stuff user actions in the dashboard. So going to the channel settings, changing something there. Also like maybe manual GraphQL mutation that changes another setting there, maybe some shop settings, maybe also setting up the data models. So your product catalog, the product types, the attributes that make it, and so on. So this is all unique information that make your Saleor instance, your store, what it is. This is like the crucial piece of logic that defines your shop. So currently, Saleor and your interactions within Saleor produce this configuration. The problem with that is it's not easily retrievable, so these settings are kind of scattered. It's not easily shareable, so how you would show somebody what makes your instance unique, how you would reproduce this on another user's machine. So we want to reverse this process. So we would like Saleor to not only produce this config, but also consume it. So it would be more like that. And besides having one config, we would like to extend it. So think about it as different artifacts in infrastructure as code, concept that we treat as a very important inspiration. So maybe this is not just config, maybe this is config 1.0. Maybe at some point you added some new fields and it's 1.1. Maybe you've changed a setting after some time. So you could see all these changes of your store's logic in real time, or in retrospective. You could see how your store changes. So that's only one side of the spectrum. But then let's look at the instance. Maybe there is not only one Saleor instance. Maybe this is just a production Saleor, but alongside lives a local Saleor. So you want to reproduce this configuration, reproduce all the data models in this instance as well. Maybe you've encountered a bug you want to share with us. So there is also the reproduction Saleor. You need to share everything that makes your Saleor instance unique to us. You don't want to think about all the settings that may be relevant here. You just want to send everything that's unique about your instance. So we try to bring it to life with this repository called Saleor configurator. It's public. You can download it and play around with it. Just keep in mind this is very early in development, so it changes all the time. It's not even versioned, so use with caution. Definitely not on production. And so here's how it works. We have this config.yaml file, and it expresses the end state we want to be. We want our instance to be in. So we want to have a channel, Germany, with currency euro, and also a bunch of settings there. So maybe we don't want to automatically confirm all new orders and a bunch of other stuff. And this is gonna be a bookstore. So we want to have a book with a bunch of attributes, and one of them is related books. Maybe you want to link books together for similar products, kind of a feature. And then you want to have a little blog on the side to write about the books that you sell in your shop. So you want to have a blog post page type with a bunch of attributes and also related posts. So this repository has a command called bootstrap. So let's run it. So what it does, it goes through all the entries in this config and creates it, updates it, whatever is needed to make this the reality. So for example, in the case of product types, it creates the book product type, then it creates the attributes, and then it assigns the attributes to the product type. So that's like 3 separate API calls, and the same here. So yeah, let's jump into our dashboard to see how it looks. So let's start with a page type. This is blog post. It has a bunch of attributes we defined. So related post, you can see it points to pages, and then product types, book, and yeah, a bunch of attributes. They are created here as well. So this repository also has the reverse command, which is retrieve. So this is to go into an instance and get all this information, get this configuration, so you can share it with somebody as a recipe for your environment. So we would like to know what you think about this concept. How can it be useful in your lifecycle, in your workflow? What features would you like us to add to it? And yeah, feel free to share it in the comments, but also join us on Discord and join the conversation there. See you.